have been making videos about the Zords and the Megazords for a few months now, and we have most recently covered the Astro Megazord from Power Rangers in Space. Now for this month's Zord video, I thought it would be time to go backwards a little, all the way back to Mighty Morphin, to spend some time with the Shogun Zords. These are some of my favourite Zords and Megazord ever, so I've been really looking forward to covering them. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one as well. Let's get into it. Now, before we get into the story of the Shogun Zords, I want to say a few quick things. First of all, I received the plaque from YouTube a couple of weeks ago for passing 100,000 subscribers. I really can't put into words how much that means to me. It's because of all of you, so thank you. Let's continue to grow this community throughout 2023. Speaking of community, after many requests, I have set up a 6th Ranger group on Facebook. It's a place where we can all hang out and share Power Rangers related content. I've been reading every single post on this so far and it's been great fun. So go and join that if you're on Facebook and want to hang out with other Power Ranger fans. Finally, I know many of you already know, but if you're into trading cards, we have a new channel where we are opening all sorts of trading cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Super, and loads more. So please go over and subscribe to that if you're interested. It's called Blue Eyes TCGs. Okay, that's the news and stuff out the way, let's get on to the video itself. So the Shogun Zords are legendary lost Zords. Ironically, they are first found by Babu, Squat, and Finster on the planet Zordina. Zordon expresses his fear of this to the Rangers, knowing that if Lord Zed finds the lost Zords, they could be in trouble. Sadly, Zed does find the lost Zords and powers them up. Now, I must point out at this point in time, Kimberly had been kidnapped and is basically being used as blackmail towards the Rangers. Zed forces the Rangers to pilot the Zords and use them to destroy the Earth, in order for the safe return of Kimberly. Like, why? The Earth would be destroyed. Sounds like a pretty stupid deal to me. Anyway, always the hero, Tommy goes on a rescue mission to attempt to save Kimberly. He was successful and teleports them back to the command center. During this time, Super Genius Billy was able to gain control of the Shogun Zords. So now not only had Zed lost his new weapons, but also lost the upper hand in this fight against Zordon and the Rangers. The Shogun Zords are humanoid in their shape, quite similar in fact to the Alien Rangers Battleborgs. They were also a considerable step up from the Ninja Zords. The human shapes allowed them to be far more useful individually. They even each had their own weapons. Interestingly, the story arc that features the Shogun Zords is actually the story that was used to write Kimberly out of the show, and happens over the transition period where Catherine is introduced as her replacement. And oddly enough, Catherine and Tommy then go on to co-pilot the White Shogun Zord together. Anyway, after stealing the Zeo Crystal and banishing the Ninja Zords and Shogun Zords to the M51 Galaxy, Master Vile transferred the Zeo Crystal to the Shogun Megazord's engine room, where he established an energy link. The Rangers find the Big Toe emergency exit and use their blade blasters to break through the rust and corrosion that ravaged the Zords so they could get in. Once inside, they focused the energies from their ninja coins in conjunction with the morphing grid and broke Vile's link to the Zeo Crystal. This in turn also returned control of the Zords to them. When the Orb of Doom turned the Rangers into children, the alien Rangers of Aquitar assumed command over the Shogun Zords, presumably powering them with their coins in place of the Earth's Rangers. The Shogun Zords are used to destroy all the enemies of the Aquitar Rangers during their time on Earth, except for the Slotsky monster, who was destroyed by their Battleborgs. Another interesting fact for you here is that the Alien Rangers are never once shown inside the cockpit of any of the Shogun Zords or the Shogun Megazord. Now, this is obviously because there was no Japanese footage of it, but I thought it was an interesting bit of trivia nonetheless. So, what exactly happened to these Zords? What was their ultimate fate? Well, it's never really made clear. After time is restored and the Zeo powers are introduced, they are just sort of ignored. It's possible that they are still in the possession of the Alien Rangers, but even during the Alien Ranger crossover episode, when the Zeo Megazord is hijacked, the Shogun Zords aren't even mentioned as an option to take it on. So, I guess they're just chilling somewhere, perhaps with the Dragon Zord. So with a brief story of the Zords themselves covered, let's talk about the Shogun Megazord. It is, of course, comprised of 5 individual Zords. The White Zord makes up the left arm, the Black Shogun Zord is the left leg, the blue is the right arm, the yellow is the right leg, and the red is the head and torso. It is a swift and agile Megazord, but it is also burly and extremely powerful. It perhaps lacks a little bit of speed, but is very heavily armoured. Its main weapon is the Fire Saber, which destroys its enemies with a fiery slash. The other possible transformations for this Megazord are the Shogun Mega Falcon Zord, which is made up of the Shogun Megazord, and of course the White Ninja Falcon Zord. Then that could combine with Titanus to become the Shogun Ultra Zord, a truly powerful machine. And that's pretty much it today, my friends. But I have a question for you. Out of all of the Mighty Morphin Zords, the originals, the Ninja Zords, or the Shogun Zords, what are your favourites? Let me know in the comments down below. Now don't forget to join the 6th Ranger Facebook group, and of course go and check out Blue Eyes TCGs and subscribe if you're interested in trading cards. I really hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. Thank you all so much for watching. May the power protect you, and I will see you next time on the 6th Ranger.